there, YouTube? We're back again for our Origins Bonanza Explosion Blowout coverage here live at Origins 2019. I'm here with my very good friend Adam.
Hello.
And we are going to be going through a whole bunch of games we have the opportunity to play at Origins. Right now, we're going to be talking about Letter Jam from CGE, which is coming out later this year. We got a chance to try this, a full game of it. We played a 6-player game. It's for 2 to 6 players, taking about 45 minutes to 1 hour. And it's for ages, I'd guess about 8 plus, something like that.
You gotta be able to spell and think logically.
He pitched this kind of like Hanabi with word games, but it's also got a very code namesy feel with how you give the clues. So pretty much, do you want to try to explain it?
And it's like, and there's word jumbles that you're figuring out.
Yeah, so
on multiple levels.
There's a lot, but it's actually a really simple game. So essentially, you're going to start off the game, and the person to your left is going to make you a 3-letter word, a 4-letter word, or a 5-letter word with cards. So one card would have 1 letter on it. Then they're going to mix that up, and they're going to hand it to you, and they're going to put it face down in front of yourself. So that's the first part of the game. Now the next part of the game is you're going to flip over your leftmost card.
No, not flip over. Stand up in a standee.
So everyone else can see it except for you. So that is the Hanabi-esque aspect of the game. And now, since this is a cooperative game, you're all working together to figure out your words and put it together, you're going to talk about who has the best clue. And everyone's going to have this little piece of paper, which I can't really explain it to you. It's a grid, and it's going to help you out a lot. But everybody's going to give a clue. So let's say that there was a T-R-U-E around the table. And then your letter, which you don't know. So what you can say is, I have a 4-letter clue that's going to help 4 of you. And if everyone agrees to that, then you take one of these little tokens out of the middle. And we're not going to talk too much about the token system. Just know it's timed. You're going to have a certain amount of time. And there is a cool system in place, so there's not going to be an alpha gamer, which I thought was neat. But anywho, I would say I have a 4-letter word that's going to help 4 people. And then I would take these tokens that are in the middle of the table, and I would put the 1 in front of the person that has the T. And then I put the 2 in front of the person that has the R, so on and so forth. And then everyone writes down what they see. So the person that's the 1 would have blank, which is their letter, they don't know, R-U-E. And then they'd be like, well, that could be true or...
Crew.
Crew's not spelled that way, is it?
I suppose you could.
So that'd be, well, that would be a great clue, because that would probably tell that person that their letter is a T. And then everybody is going to write it down and try and figure theirs out, or try and wean down what ideas it could be. And then it moves on. You get the opportunity to get rid of that card and go to your next card. But yeah, that's what you're going to continue to do, and that's the gist of the game. So we're not going to explain anymore. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of videos that do that, even though they said the one that was out there wasn't very good. What were your thoughts on the game?
So I thoroughly enjoyed this game. It was a lot of you're just puzzling the entire time. And you're trying to read people. Like, there were a lot of people there we were playing with that we didn't know. So, if it were the group that we normally play with, I would have an idea of okay, I know the kind of person they are. I know what they would kind of words they would make. Well, at one point I made the word simile, and that was beyond this group.
Well, 2 of us got it, and then 3 of us didn't get it.
Yeah. I love that you can make it more complex if your group is more is capable of that. It can be easier if your group is a little easy, in an easier aspect. Also, you mentioned that it's timed. It's not timed in a timer sense. It's timed in that you only have so many rounds.
Yeah, and there's a really cool. So when you make one of the clues up, you take out a token from the middle, and if you run out of tokens, you lose the game. But it pretty much works out that everyone is going to have to say a clue. So there's no alpha gamer thing where it's going to hurt the team if one guy is just asking all the questions. Another aspect that I really like that we noticed part of the way through is, I guess you can misspell words to help people out. Like, I had an example today where I spelled picnic, and there was a K left on the table, and I was like, maybe I could throw that K in there at the end, because she's going to know it's picnic. Maybe she just thinks I'm an idiot and don't know how to spell it. But I think that could have helped her. And then there's also the aspect of, do you want to help a lot of people a little bit, or do you want to kind of be like, I'm really going to help you out? And that's the other aspect. You need to be helping people evenly, because everyone has to succeed in order to win. Well, they didn't have the exact end condition, but everyone's going to have to succeed to win, I think. But I agree with you. I thought this was a fantastic game. I don't want to say a great game. I thought this was fantastic. I want to play this I'm probably going to play this a couple more times this weekend.
Well,
without
and
a
it
doubt.
has the Mysterium thing where like everybody wins, but one person wins
But
the
I
most.
think they said they thought that was what it might be like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because this one was still up in the air. Which CG, we got to talk about that.
We'll
Watch
get to
our
that
Sanctum
on-
video if you want to know a little bit more about that. But yeah, I think we're both thoroughly impressed.
Yep.
I'm stoked. Really enjoyed it. That is Letter Jam. And the other thing, there was the QR code. Tell them what that is
okay.
so cool.
So all the cards have a little QR code on them. So apparently there's going to be an app where you don't have to use the app. It's completely standalone without an app. But with the app you can select difficulty levels for apparently each person. And so like, a 3-letter word, 4-letter word, 5-letter word, I don't know if there's difficulty within that because as we had discussed after the game, you could definitely choose a word for the next person that is more difficult or less difficult.
Yeah.
But anyway, and it actually doesn't have to be the word that they chose. It just has to be a real word.
Yeah, there's some interesting aspects to the game. We're not going to get into all of it, but yeah, it was really interesting.
Like, you can accidentally do really well.
Yeah, somebody did in our group. They accidentally got it right.
Yep.
But the app.
Anyway, the app, yes. So you got the card, you got your phone, you put the card apparently like, you hold it that way.
You scan the QR.
Yeah, scan the QR code, but like so that you can't see the card itself. And the app will tell you to give it to player 1 in position 1. And so like you give it to them, and then it'll say, give this card to player. So it'll select the words for you for the different levels that they are, so that no one knows what the words are.
You know what? Actually, after hearing you say this, I'm slightly less excited about it. That sounds pretty tedious.
I don't think so. I mean, it'll be
A 6-player game, you're going to have 18, 19, 20. Because what if that works? I'm curious to see how that works. Because, like, what if it's like, you don't need that one, scan the next one. Oh, you don't need this one, scan the next one. Like, what if your last letter's like a K, and you can't, the K, you're not going to know to go for the K.
Right. There's really not that many.
I'm still excited.
I don't
about
think
it.
it's going to be an issue.
I think that's our biggest nitpick after the first play is the app might not. So that's
the app that we neither exists yet, nor we've played with, obviously.
Speculation.
Might be a little cumbersome to use.
But that's Letter Jam from CGE. I think they got a hit on their hands. I know the last few years they've been trying to get that code names too. I think this could be it.
Oh yeah.
Because this is great game. So there you go. Looks like it might be your cup of tea. Be sure to check that one out. If you're enjoying what we're doing, click on that little Amazon associate links. Buy anything on Amazon and throw us a couple pennies my way. And in the comments below, let me know when's the last time you had jam or jelly.
Yesterday I stole it from my son. He had it on bread, and he's obviously not going to eat.
Out of his hand?
No, he's 1.5. He doesn't eat a lot, so.
Yeah, because
I left his leftovers.
For me personally, my son offered me part of his jelly donut this morning. I took him out for donuts since I wasn't going to see him all weekend. Let me know in the comments below when's the last time you had jam or jelly. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.